you grow through those mistakes, you solve the problems, you build the resilience, and you are getting much, much better. Welcome to another episode of Anxious Black Belt podcast that focuses on karate, mental health, and everything in between. Today we're going to be looking at a few weeks back I shared my thoughts about the benefits of karate, in particular of challenges that karate provides to students and that spilling over to their general life and how that helps them overcome and take the challenges of daily life. The other aspect of karate that is super beneficial to everyone is a system of control failure. Karate's got a built-in that system. When the students come into the dojo, uh, they will be failing. They will be failing in basic concepts. They will be failing in basic exercises and tasks they're gonna be given during the sessions. When we're coming in, our coordination might be okay outside of the dojo with doing daily tasks or other sports, but the martial arts are specific and they require a very specific coordination between your hands, legs, eyes, and whole body. So obviously people coming into the dojo are going to be failing in doing those complicated movements. This is natural. There's nothing to be afraid of. But through that control failure, we're going to learn that each failure is a lesson that pushes us forwards to achieving our goals. And as beginners, we're coming into the dojo not being able to put two punches together, not mentioning kicks, throws, takedowns, and groundwork. But with the time, we will be failing more on different aspects of the martial arts, and we're going to learn and acquire knowledge to overcome those failures and build in our repertoire of techniques, coordination skills, and expected technical abilities within the martial arts. And when we look back, we can see that those failures were lessons that propel us forwards to achieve a success in a later date. And I think the big problem within the society is now that everybody wants to have overnight success. They expect that they're gonna come in and it's gonna be easy. They're gonna achieve it without putting the effort. And there is something humbling and rewarding in failing and building yourself up, building your resilience, building your character, moving forwards. And martial arts are one of those activities that help you to build those resilience and toughness and perseverance that allows you to move forward in life and be a successful person. Make gifting easy with Benson and Clegg. Handcrafted cufflinks, luxury accessories, and a proper British style. Trusted since the 1930s by royalty. Get 15% off with code KARATE15, exclusively for Anxious Black Belt podcast listeners. Shop now at bensonandclegg.com. By a control failure, I mean that we're providing a environment where people can experience the mistakes, setbacks, or losses in a safe, supporting environment. People coming in, we know they're gonna fail, and we can make this as a best experience, so they don't get discouraged from training, but they're gonna be being motivated to go forwards and see all of those mistakes and failures as lessons instead of something that gonna crush them. It is something that gonna be building them up because they can see that if they put the effort, guidance, and will to learn new things and put the work in, that they can achieve their successes, their goals, their whatever tasks they set to achieve. So the idea of a controlled failure is used in the therapies and sports environment and workplaces to build emotional resilience and healthy coping mechanisms. So it's not unique to karate, but in my opinion, karate is one of the best geared um, environments to experience those failures and use them as something to build your resilience and being able to cope with daily stresses, daily challenges, and daily failures that inevitably we will experience through the life, because it's not everything going perfect in the life, and we're gonna have those moments when we do something and it's not gonna work out as we wanted, and it can be considered as a failure. But if you learn how to overcome those moments, those situations, then you've got a more chance to have a positive response to future failures or events happening, when you're going to be aware that it's only a lesson and you're going to be able to overcome it, move forward, and not allow that failure to hold you back. And it's one of the very important things for us is to learn in martial arts to not dwell on your past failures. And I think that have to be something that it's carried to your personal life, because like I said before, not everything gonna work. And I know from my own experience that I've been overthinking the mistakes from the past that was holding me back on focusing on the current tasks and on the future successes. So more I think about the past and my failures, the more I am held back from doing the stuff I want to do now. And karate helped me personally to allow myself to let go of that failure, because I know that I tried hard the next time and I overcome uh, that particular obstacle, and I learned from that lesson, and I move forward and I'm doing better. But mentally, it was challenging to let of those mistakes go. And it takes some practice, like everything on the beginning, you're failing in letting go. But more you try, more you practice, more you engage with it, the easier it gets. Being exposed to a failure within that uh, safe environment, it makes you realize that little things that your brain makes, you think that it is a final mistake and the world gonna collapse and nothing's gonna be working out. It's not true. It's not fatal. You're gonna move on. Next day gonna come. Most of the people won't remember your failures. It's only you pushing yourself towards that negative feeling that it was so memorable in your brain. Brain is our worst enemy, and it focuses on the negative. This is the kind of survival mechanism. If you bump into a spot where there have been dangerous animals, you want to remember it where it was, and you don't want to go there again because of a dangerous situation. So our brain is geared up to remember the negative experiences. At the moment, we are not in living in a forest in a dangerous areas. Some people obviously live in a more dangerous area than the others, but for a regular person, the brain took over, and a insignificant things become a big problems in our head. And I know that from my own experience, where I done a mistake in the kata and it felt like it is end of the world. It was blown up from proportions by my brain, by my own judgment and my own self-worth, self-belief, which is not true. And the most of the worry we have in our mind, it never happens. It's always, uh, it's mostly consuming our energy, and it just takes your focus away from the things you could have achieved and you could put the work towards. And we are staying in our head thinking what can go wrong. And this is one of the things that karate help you to realize. that it is not necessarily the way you're gonna do, because you're training, you've got that hour and a half of a training where you don't think about anything else and you are focused only on the goal. The more you train, more you put that mindset into work through the hard physical training, the more you learn to apply that in real life, where you know that, hey, I have to today record a podcast. I can think about what's going to go wrong with the recording, with the computer, with uploading, or I can just sit down, record. It might take few times. It might unpredictable things happened. Like, I don't know if you can hear it now, but there is a motorbike starting, which I could have worried about it, but now it's gone, so we can carry on with the recording. And maybe I'm gonna edit that later. Maybe I'm gonna leave that in. Who knows? I'm trying to not worry on it. Now my focus is on the task of recording this podcast, and that comes from the training in the martial arts, where I knew that there are other distractions, but I need to focus now, because if not, I'm going to be punched in the face, I'm going to be thrown, I'm going to be choked out, and I'm going to tap out. So focus on now, on the presence, on doing the things that we need to do now. Also, the control failure environment helps with a learning to regulate your emotions, right? When we fail, we're getting all hyped up, we're getting angry, maybe we want to take it on somebody else, maybe we want to go harder on people in training. So you learn that this is not the right response. You need to keep calm, get on with the work, because in sparring, in fighting, the more angry you get, more emotional you get, the less things you see clearly, less focus you are on a task of fighting, and then more things happens to you. The more punches land, you're not able to focus on defending the takedowns, and you lose your focus on the ground when people trying to really choke you out. Also, it teaches you to be more patient, because the more failures you realize you've done, you can see from the perspective of time that only it took you more tries to overcome this. And it's like with, hitting the bag. You hitting it once and your wrist buckles, your elbow is maybe overstrained and it doesn't work, doesn't feel nice. So you put the effort, you punch second time, oh, it's still not right. Third time, still not right. The thousandth time, oh, it feels better. My body alignment is better, but I still can improve it. And through that time of training, you building that patience to put the effort into the work, and the benefits gonna come a little later. I think this is one of the problems as well, that people are so impatient. They've got results now. I want to look for a cheat code. I want to do a quick hustle on the side. I'm going to have a lot of money tomorrow. It takes time. Like in martial arts, to be proficient in the martial arts, you need to put time. There is no quick fix that your body gonna learn the tools of fighting when you're going to be seeing the punches coming in and you're going to have a natural response to cover, to block, to move away. It all takes time and hard work, and there's going to be failure. You're going to eat up those punches, you're going to eat up those kicks, you're going to be thrown, you're going to be tap out, and it just takes time. There is no shortcut. So martial arts giving you tools to put the work, wait for the fruits of your labor, and learn the patience. Also, that control failure environment will give you a solving problems tools, because you're gonna learn under pressure. How do I escape that mount position? How do I escape that throw? How do I solve the problem of somebody keep punching me in the face? If I had a jab coming to me or oitski coming to my face, I need to learn to deal with that. Maybe I'm gonna move my head to the one side. Maybe I'm gonna put my hand forward, and from that, I'm gonna try to isolate the thing that works the best for me. Maybe I'm not quick enough to move away. Maybe I need to use the hand. Maybe I just need to cover and wait. Through those mistakes and the failures, you're gonna learn to solve the problem and find something that works best for you. And same in life. Again, my example, I didn't know what I want to do in my life for my first 36 years. I've been trying different things, um, being a car mechanic, being the car electrician, being a paramedic, being a massage therapist, being a karate teacher, being a personal trainer. And from those experiences and the early failures, I learned that my area of interest and my work that gives me the most of the rewards is teaching karate to people with disabilities, both mental and physical. This rewards me the best. I'm good at it. My clientele is growing, more clubs coming in to seek my help, which is something that I really enjoy. But it didn't came yesterday. I spent last 12 years putting effort into educating myself, working in people, creating a community, having a recommendation from the personal training side of things, and people recognizing my skills, my tools, and karate itself as a tool for making people feel better. So, it is timely, it is costly because you put in the effort, you don't see the rewards, you failing just like in martial arts all the time. But the point of view for you is not to look at it as a failure, but as a lesson, something that gives me the information, the real feedback, what I've done wrong, what I need to change, and where I'm gonna be going ahead with it. One aspect as well that people overlook is that you're gonna get accustomed to failure. The fear of the failure is gonna subside. I know that because, again, being exposed to so many different walks of life, different jobs, I learned that I'm not gonna be afraid and hold back by the vision of the failure, right? And you publishing a book and you think, oh, this is gonna be a failure. This was my 90% of time before publishing my first book, thinking how bad it's gonna be, how people won't like it, and how many people gonna write negative reviews, and how many people not gonna be buying my books at all. uh, that didn't materialize. The Anxious Black Belt was very successful, still selling very well, and I wasted energy. So with my second book, I have a less hesitation to publish, and I thought, well, if people don't like it, that's okay. Uh, I'm okay with it. I put the effort in the book. I'm proud of that book. It was a thought on karate, and it doesn't sell as well as the um, Anxious Black Belt, but I'm proud of it. It's out there. Few people buying it. Had a good feedback from people. So I can consider it as a project that didn't go very well. Maybe some people will think it's a failure, but I wasn't afraid of doing that book, publishing that book as much as I was fearing for a anxious black belt. And again, my third book, the interviews with people who've been engaged in karate and how karate helped them, the karate for mental health. Um, I have no fear of publishing this. Um, and again, it was a successful book, sells well, um, people enjoying it. It's unique, it's different, which makes me proud of it. Does it to everybody's liking? No, not everybody likes it, and that's okay. No, not everybody gonna like your work. Not everybody's gonna like your karate. Not everybody gonna like your sport. Not everybody gonna like you, and that's okay. Um, so exposing yourself to a failures, to those lessons, makes you more resilient, more daring, more able to take the risk, and through that you're going to be more successful, because if you're not going to go outside of your comfort zone, you're not gonna win championships. You're not gonna win in life. You're not gonna get new people. The amount of new friends I've got because I forced myself to go outside of my comfort zone to a seminar, to a competition, to a well-being show, new course, new school, new friends group, new activity. It's just amazing what you can achieve when you allow yourself to fail and be okay with it. We're not gonna win in 100% time. So being out there, meeting new friends, doing the martial arts you love, failing in those martial arts, gonna build you up and allow you to take the risks without over worrying about it. And this one leads to a growth mindset, right? If you don't afraid that failure, then you're gonna reach out. Your world gonna uh, broaden, is that the word? Broaden, that's what I meant. Your world gonna broaden. You're gonna have more opportunities, more ways to grow, and the more success to get. But you need to allow yourself to go out there, do stuff without the fear of failure. So, very convoluted podcast today, but I firmly believe that the lessons from the martial arts for the kids, for the adults, um, are the control failure that allows you to grow as a person without fearing of a future failures, future mistakes. You are in the environment where mistakes happens all the time. You grow through those mistakes, you solve the problems, you build the resilience, and you are getting much, much better. If you would like to support the channel, best way to do it is to watch another video. If you would like to do some more, you can grab one of those t-shirts. There is quite a few different designs now. All the funding from that goes towards the Karate for Mental Health, CIC, and support of their projects when they allowing a people come in, have a session for free, and feel the benefits of martial arts and grow within the art of empty hands.